Hello, welcome to Letters to Loved Ones, but we have no letters. Not a one. Actually, we have one. Um, so I'm going to read poetry like it's a letter from around 65 BC. We'll start with Horace. I like the old ancient writings because they were just gossip or someone's idle thoughts that ranted on whichever direction he desired. I will start with Horace, the Satires. This is Satire 1-22, 1-2-22. Everyone is discontent with their lot. How come, Messias, no one's alive's ever content with the lot he chose, or the fate one threw in his way, but praise those who pursue some alternative track? O fortunate tradesman, the ancient soldier cries, body shattered by harsh service, bowed by the years. The merchant, however, ship tossed by a southern gale, says, soldiering better, and why? You charge, and then it's a quick death in a moment, or a joyful victory won. The adept in justice and law praises the farmer's life, while he, going bail and having been dragged up to town from the country, proclaims only town dwellers happy, quoting all the other numerous examples would tire. Here's what I'm getting at. If some god said, here I am, now I'll perform whatever you wish, you'll be a merchant. Who but now was a soldier, you the lawyer, become the farmer. You change roles with him, he with you, and depart. Well, what are you waiting for? They refuse on the verge of bliss. What in reason would stop Jove rightly swelling his cheeks? Then in anger, and declaring that never again will he be so obliging as to attend their prayers. Then again, not to pass over the matter with a smile, let some wit, who stops when telling the truth, while smiling, as teachers often give children biscuits, to try and tempt them to learn their alphabet. No, joking aside, let's turn to more serious thoughts. The farmer turning the heavy clay with sturdy plow, the rascally shopkeeper, the soldier, the sailor, who boldly sails the seas, all say they only do so as to retire to true idleness while they are old. Having made a pile, just as the exemplar, the tiny laboring ant drags all she can together, adding what's in her mouth to the heap she's building. Neither ignorant of nor careless of her tomorrow, though as soon as Aquarius freezes the turning year, wise creature that she is, she no longer forages, using instead what she gathered, while nothing stops you. Nothing deflects you from riches, not scorching heat, fire, winter, sword, or sea. While there's a man richer than you, yet what good will it all that mass of silver and gold to you? If, fearful, you bury it secretly in some hole in the ground. If I broke into it, you'd say, it would all be gone to the last. Brass farthing? Yes, you don't know what's the point of your pile. Though you've threshed 100,000 measures of corn, that won't make your stomach hold any more than mine. Just like the chain gang who's carrying the heavy bread bag over your shoulder won't gain you more than the slave who lifts nothing. Tell me then, what difference to the man who lives within nature's bounds, whether he plows 100 acres or 1,000? Be it sweet to take from a big heap. Even so, why praise your granaries more than our bins, so long as we're able to draw as much from the smaller? It's as though you need no more than a jug of water, or a single cup, you'd say. I'd rather have the same amount from some vast river rather than this little spring, that's why. Raging Aufidus sweeps away riverbanks and all those who delights in owning more than their fair share of wealth. But the man who desires only as much as he needs won't drink muddy water or lose his life in the flood. The mysteries of the Melfi. Still, A good many people, misled by foolish desire, say, "There's never enough. You're only what you own." What can one say to that? Let such people be wretched, since that's what they wish, like the rich Athenian miser, who used to hold the voice of the crowd in contempt. They hiss at me, that crew, but once I'm home I applaud myself as I contemplate all the riches in my chest. Tantalus, thirsty, strains towards water that flees his lips. Why do you mock him, after a name and the same tale is told to you, contrusively, sleeping on money bags piled around, forced to protect them like sacred objects, and take pleasure in them as if they were only paintings? Don't you know the value of money, what end it serves? Buy bread with it, cabbage, pints of wine, all the rest. Things we're denying them, us harms, our essential nature. Does it give you pleasure to lie awake half dread of fright, terrified night and day of thieves or fire or slaves who rob you of what you have and run away? I'd always wish to be the poorest of the poor when it comes to such blessings. But you say, when your body is attacked by a feverish chill or some other accidents confine you to your bed, call in the doctor to revive me, restore me to kith and kin. Oh, but your wife doesn't want you well, nor your son at all. Hate you, your friends and neighbors, girls and boys. Yet you wonder, setting money before all else, that no one offers you the love you failed to earn. While you try to win and keep the love of those kin, nature gives you without any trouble on your part. Your effort would be wasted as trying to train a donkey to trot to the reign of the plain of Mars. So set a limit to greed, and as you gain more, fear poverty less, achieve what you desire, make an end of your labor, lest you do as did one Eumendius. It's not a long tale. He was rich, so much so he was forced to weigh his coins so stingily. He dressed no better than a slave, and right to the end he was fearless, lest starvation overcome him. Instead, a freed woman cut him in two with an axe. She's indomitable scion of Tyndareus' race. Do you want me to live, then, you say, like Naevius or Nomentendus? No, sorry. Now you're setting up a war of opposites when I order you not to be avaricious. I'm not telling you to become an idle spendthrift. Between Lilis, father-in-law, and Tannius, there's a mean measure in everything. In short, there are certain bundles on neither side of which lies right. I return to the point I first made, that no one's content in himself because of greed, but envies all others who follow different paths, pines that his neighbor's goat has fuller udders, and instead of comparing himself with the poorest majority, tries to outdo his man and that. But however he hurries, there's always one richer in front. And when the galloping hooves whisk the chariots away from the gate, the charioteer chasing the vanishing teams, indifferent to the stragglers he's leaving behind, so we can rarely find the man who claims to have lived a happy life, who when his time is done is content to go like a guest to the banquet, who is well stated. That will do, lest you think I've pillaged the shelves of blurry-eyed Crispinius. I'll not add to a single word. And there you have it, Book 1, Satire 1. Next time we'll do Book 2, Satire 2. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're all doing well through this difficult time. Thank you, and have a great day.